Hi guys, Tom McGrath here. I wanted to give you some tips on how to improve the accuracy of your strikes. Um, Human beings have what's called binocular vision, gives you depth perception, and basically what that is your two eyes in front of the face here, like most predatory mammals, are designed to give you accurate distance to target. You know, a lion needs to know how far that zebra is from him a lot more accuracy, with more accuracy than a zebra would have to know how far away that lion is. So you're going to see, prey animals a lot of times will have the eyes on the side. Predatory animals have the eyes in the front because they need to measure distance with more accuracy. So how does this work? The two eyes here go out, and where that focus point meets, that's the distance from you to the target. That's how your brain calculates the distance and where that focal point meets. But if you think about it, that triangle that's being made between your eyes and that crossing point is a very shallow base on that triangle. It's only a distance between your eyes. So it will help if you can get more reference points for your brain to do that calculation from. So when I first started with Tuangahe, the first thing we did on our stance, the basic stance, was he would put the Baton here and have us aim over the top of the stick at the target. We'd reach back, touch the target with the left hand, and make a jab. And all that was doing is referencing or making a connection in your brain between the thing you touch with your left hand, a physical part of your body, and the weapon in your hand, the foreign object on your body. When we went to the first Esagitas, he had us go to an advanced stance, which was basically it's a right lead boxing stance, with a stick laid horizontally across the body here. Notice I have my left hand holding it lightly in the whip of my fingers. And he would have us use the pommel end as that front sight. And I found this gave amazing accuracy, especially on things like vertical strikes. I would go and literally pick out which knuckle on my sparring partner's hand I wanted to hit, and hit it. And it wasn't because I was a great athlete. I wasn't. I was bottom of the pack among our guys. But the technique was so good, it gave you such inherent accuracy that even I was able to find that helps my accuracy. The other thing is touching the body with a stick. This is called indexing. You have the weapon touching some part of your body. It could be the shoulder, it could be the web of the hand, it could be the trapezius muscle. Will give you another reference point to add. So as this plane is gone, we'll go into more. Another way to increase accuracy is what's called indexing, and that simply means touching another part of your body with the shaft of the weapon. It could be the web of your fingers, your left hand. It could be your left shoulder. It could be the trapezius muscle. But the idea basically is, if you're touching the stick with two parts of your body, right hand and left hand, let's say, it's two extra reference points for your brain to calculate distance between you and the target. So you'll see that from an advanced stance, where I'm up here with my left hand on the target, sometimes my left hand and shoulder, and I'm just adding calculation points from myself to the target. Good on verticals, diagonals, etc., horizontals. You're just adding an extra reference point. In continuous cutting, you'll see us start off with nice tight strikes from here, and I'm actually sliding the baton across my trapezius muscle before delivering. And the reason for that is, in addition to the indexing, I like to have the students bring the weapon into the visual field before delivering the strike. And now I'm adding another reference point. So I have my right hand on the stick, I have the shaft of the stick touching my trapezius muscle. I have also the pommel end in my visual field, acting a little bit like a front sight, or almost like throwing a spear, and then delivering to target. And all that on the base, of course, of my binocular vision with the two eyes. And what you're trying to do is help your brain out under stress to give it as many reference points as possible to do that calculation, which will give you more accuracy. It's important, obviously, to have accuracy in the distance you do the strike, but also the side to side level. If you're aiming for the bone on top of the shoulder, where the clavicle and humerus and scapula come together, you're trying to separate that or break it, and you miss a little bit by an inch, you're just barely touching the muscles on the side of the shoulder. So you're really not getting an effective strike. And there are different points on the body where it really does make a difference to have good accuracy, not only in distance, but in side to side or horizontal plane movement.